Hi, writers. All right, I'm really excited about the work you've done so far in the beginning scenes of your story and then in your rising action, where now the reader knows about your character and they've seen the problem that the character has. They've watched it even get a little bit worse for your character. But the best part, the most exciting part of your story is going to happen today, and that's in the climax. So let's get started talking about how we're going to write our climax to our story. To do this, you're going to start by going to the Docs app. It's your white app with the little blue piece of paper, and it's called Docs. When you open that up, you're going to see your writing document. It should say your name and writings. I'm going to click on mine. It's Mrs. Strength's writing. I'm going back down. I see my first scene and my second scene already written. And your first task today is to reread your writing. Reread your first two scenes. So I'm going to quickly read you mine. "Mom, I can't find any pants that are long enough in my drawer," Amanda yelled down the stairs while she was getting dressed for school. "This isn't fair," thought Amanda, who was feeling like the tallest girl in the world. Amanda was an 8-year-old third grader who was as tall as a middle schooler and really disliked not blending in with her friends. The doctor told her at her last checkup that she had grown 5 inches over the summer. That was not what she wanted to hear because she knew that meant she was going to stick out above the crowd. Feeling a lack of confidence, she pulled the same pair of long jeans out of her hamper and hoped that no one at school would notice that she wore them yesterday. Amanda boarded the school bus, not feeling great, but hoping that her day would improve. She spots her friend Amelia. "Can I sit with you?" asked Amanda. "Of course," said Amelia. Amanda plops down, moves her backpack to her lap, and tries to squeeze her knees into the bus seat. Her legs don't fit. "Ugh," she sighs. "I'm so tall I don't even fit in a bus seat." She puts her feet and knees out into the bus aisle. "Amanda, please sit nicely in your seat," comes the voice of the driver over the speaker. Amanda pulls her leg in and shoves them into the seat, knowing that by the time she arrives at school, her knees will be aching. Okay, so you know my character's Amanda. You know she's a third grade girl who's taller than the typical third grade girl, and she's dealing with a problem of feeling like she fits in being so tall. I made her problem worse by her not fitting into the bus seat, and now I'm trying to go to my most exciting moment. My next step, I'm going back to my story arc planning that I have saved in Notability, and I'm looking at my climax box number 3. And I had planned out that she's going to be playing volleyball in gym class and that she doesn't feel like she can control her tall, lanky body. Okay, I know that's my plan. I'm back to my document and I'm thinking, how am I going to leave from her getting to school and getting her to gym class without giving too much detail, because it's not important how she gets to gym class, but then what's important is her playing in that volleyball game. Here's what I came up with as a writer. Still continuing to show what's going on for Amanda. It says, Amanda got off the bus to start the school day, and ugh, I feel so tall. She walks into school with her head hung low. First on the class schedule is PE. In gym class today, the students are competing against each other in a volleyball match. "Amanda, you play up front at the net. Your height will really help you out," says the gym teacher. I'm going to stop there for just a second because I want you to see how I took Amanda off the bus. I got her to school, and now she's in gym class and she's ready to play the volleyball game. I didn't have to talk about her walking the hallway. I didn't have to talk about her stopping at her locker. I didn't have to stop her stopping in class and doing reading or anything else because it wasn't important to my story. I only needed to focus on what was important to my story and get her to gym class to play volleyball. Okay. She's there, and now I've started putting in more of the action in the showing. The gym teacher's talking, telling her she's going to play up front and that her height's going to help her. And here's where Amanda's feelings come back in about how she really feels about playing volleyball. Here it comes. Maybe she's right, but I'm afraid my long legs will just get tangled and my long arms will miss the volleyball, Amanda thinks. The game begins, and it's neck and neck the whole time. It's 23-24, and Amanda's team is up by 1 point. She's standing at the net, ready to help her team to victory, but feeling like she might throw up from being so nervous. Her team starts cheering, "Amanda, Amanda!" And that helps her to hold her head a little bit higher, but she still feels like she's so tall and out of control of her body. So I've got the scene really built up over just this one small moment, the end of the volleyball game. And I've got the reader thinking, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? Are they going to win? Is Amanda going to be able to control her body, or is she going to make a big mistake? Amanda's so nervous. She doesn't feel confident just yet. She's kind of thinking, maybe I can do this, but I'm not sure. And the moment is exciting. And then that's the end of my climax. I'm leaving the reader there until I get ready to move on to what's going to happen as the solution to my story. So your job today, writers, is to think about that number 3 box on your story arc. What's the exciting scene you planned? How is the problem going to get to its worst? So Amanda's just feeling really bad about her height, and now she's in front of all these people watching her, and she's afraid all they see is her lanky arms and long legs, and that they're going to make her fail for her team. So her problem is just like at the peak of its worst spot. What's your character's problem? How are you going to make it the worst it can be? And also make it exciting for the reader to find out what's going to happen next. Type your climax in your Google Doc underneath your green number 3 section, and that's your assignment for today. Good luck, writers.